Welcome to BCAM TV's coverage of Braintree High School football. I'm Justin Turpin. It is senior night here at Braintree High School. As Braintree will look to take on the Walpole football team, another team looking to find a name still.
Getting ready to go out for the coin toss, and we will be underway shortly.
The captain for Braintree will be number 6, Will Pistorino, number 64, John Pistorino, number 72, James Landon, and number 33, Johnny Doherty. And for Walpole will be number 18, Connor Schittler, number 85,
72, James Landon.
Cole Tasheen, number 26, Brian Malone.
64, John.
Welcome to BCAM TV's coverage of Braintree High School football. I'm Justin Turpin. Braintree gets ready to kick it away deep to Walpole. Both teams coming off good wins. Walpole off a 2-game winning streak. Braintree coming off a 48-6 rout against Brookline. The game they rushed for 363 yards, did not attempt one pass. And it will be number 43, Ryan Brooks, to kick off for Braintree. And here's Brooks' kick, more of a squib kick off of Walpole, picked up at the 22. It's number 26, Brian Malone, looking for a block, he doesn't get it. About the 25-yard line, and that's where Walpole will start their first drive of the game. Braintree looked great on all sides of the ball last week, defense and offense, only allowing 6 points, and it was in the first quarter in the last game against Brookline. It is senior night here at Alumni Stadium. So we get underway here. Ball spotted at about the Walpole 24.
John Murphy goes over.
Will be the quarterback, number 9, Owen Johnson, starting under center. Johnson hands off to the motion man, and it's Schlittler, and he's looking for a block down to about the 32. So about a 6-yard gain, bring up a second, about 6.
Second down for Walpole, at the 33.
And that defensive front headed by seniors James Landon and John Pistorino. Also out there with them is number 50. It's Ryan McGurn. Second and short here for Walpole. Owen Johnson under center again. One running back behind him. Johnson turns around, hands it off, and the running back is met immediately. Second effort gets him a little bit closer to the first down. It'll be close. No signal from the officials just yet. And it is a first down. James will move for Walpole. Ball spotted about the 36. Johnson, Walpole breaks the huddle. It's number 21, Joe Cervello, right behind Owen Johnson. Johnson hands it off, and he goes nowhere. Going to lose about 6. Great play by the Braintree defense there. Bringing up a second and about 15 for Walpole. Braintree making some early substitutions on defense. It's Savagori John Baptiste checking in for the Womps. Brings up a second and 15 for Walpole. Johnson under center again. Johnson takes a snap, back, fires to his left, and he's got number 18, and it's Schlittler. And what a tackle by number 3, Cam Garrity. A great open field tackle there by Cam Garrity. Bring up a third and long for Walpole. Garrity, who had a couple of good defensive plays last week, starts with a good defensive play there on second down. And it was Schlittler who made the short catch for Walpole. It'll be a third and about 15 from the Walpole 29. Johnson will have 2 receivers to his right. So he'll move one close to the slot, number 80. That's TJ Farrell. 2 receivers to his left as well. Johnson draws back, and he's going to take it himself, and he goes nowhere. First one there was number 45, Josiah Martino. And Braintree looks to force a punt here, 4th and 15. at the Walpole 30. Looks like Walpole will punt it away, and Braintree, good defensive start to this game.
Do the punting for Walpole.
It'll be number 3, Cam Garrity, back deep for Braintree. It'll be number 30, Harry Butters, to kick off for Walpole. Scheitler, his up block man. Here's Butters' kick. It's a high kick. Fielded by Garrity at about the 40. Garrity looking for a block. He gets to the outside. Garrity to the 45, and out. Tackle is made about around the 50-yard line, and that's where Braintree will take over. Sophomore quarterback James Tellier, and the Lomps taking over at the 50-yard line with 8 minutes and 38 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Braintree again looking to capitalize on what they did last week. 363 yards on the ground. Didn't attempt one pass in their 48-6, and they only punted the ball one time. So Braintree looking to come in strong, just like they did last week against Brookline. Braintree will start their drive at the 48-yard line, and it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. 2 wing backs. Tellier gonna motion Luongo. He's gonna hand it off to Luongo. Luongo met right at the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard, if that. Brings up his second and about 10 for Braintree. Luongo, he had a big game last week, over 100 yards on the ground and a touchdown, contributing to Braintree's big rushing game. He gains a yard there, bring up his second and 9 for Braintree.
Tellier is the quarterback.
At the Walpole 48. Braintree breaks the huddle on second down here. Joyce to Tellier's left now. Tellier motions Johnson in front of him. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson looking for the outside. And Johnson's got a nice run down the sideline. And Johnson's still on his feet, down to about the 15-yard line. What a run by Mario Johnson for Braintree as he gets the outside. Motions right in front of Tellier. And he got that outside and he ran with it, bringing up a 1st and 10 for Braintree at the Walpole 17-yard line. A 31-yard carry for Johnson on the second play from scrimmage for Braintree.
Braintree moving the ball right down.
Joyce back behind Tellier. It'll be Johnson and Luongo as the running backs again. Boyle split out to the top. Tellier motions Luongo, hands it off to Luongo. Luongo cuts it up the middle, and he's right near the first down marker. Another great run by Braintree down to about the 4-yard line, bring up a 1st and goal. A 13-yard carry from Luongo, and the chains are down. Braintree running the ball effectively again, picking up right where they left off last weekend. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4. Braintree breaks the huddle. It'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Johnson to his left, Luongo to his right, both serving as wing backs. Boyle at the bottom, split out. High snap, caught by Johnson, and Johnson gets met backwards down to about the 15-yard line. That was not great snap. A high snap. Johnson was there to recover on it. Lucky break for Braintree there. Johnson, the motion man behind, caught the high snap.
13 on that play.
They lose 13 yards.
2nd and goal. 13.
Braintree breaks the huddle. And it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Boyle split out to Tellier's right. Tellier's going to motion Luongo, and he's going to hand it off to Luongo. Luongo looking for a block, and he's met pretty hard after about a 6-yard gain. First one there was number 27 for Walpole. That's Derek Bertucci. Brings up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal from about the 10.
Yeah, 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. Not the 9. They're going to give definitely the 9.
Big 3rd down for Braintree here. Interesting to note, Brooks was a very good kicking last week. Very good in the kicking game if Braintree does decide if they get stopped here to kick the field goal. Brooks was pretty well last week. So it'll be Tellier, takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking, and he met immediately, incomplete, and they roll it an incomplete pass.
So it will be.
Walpole got in quick. It'll bring up a fourth
It
down.
was in there to
And it was Schlittler in there for Walpole.
tell you.
Brings up a fourth and goal from just inside the 10. And it will be the kicking team out for Braintree with 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And it'll be Ryan Brooks doing the kicking duties. And Nick Flemmy on the hold.
This will be a 25-yard attempt by Ryan Brooks.
Snaps good, holds down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Braintree draws first blood, jumps ahead 3-0 on a 25-yard Ryan Brooks field goal.
10 seconds into the game.
And Braintree scores on their opening drive. And they'll take a break for water, and we'll take one with them again. This is BCAM's coverage of Braintree High football. I'm Justin Turpin.
Braintree ran off seventh place.
Here we go. We get ready for Braintree to kick it off back to Walpole. And they do take the water breaks now because of the COVID restrictions. Obviously, they can't run out the water jugs. So that's why those cones are also in place there to ensure some distance on the sideline. So there are water breaks in between, which enables players to get water rather than running waters out during the timeout. Obviously, every player bringing their own jug or bottle. As Braintree gets ready to kick it off from the 40-yard line, it'll be Brooks coming off the 25-yard made field goal to give Braintree the 3-0 lead early in the first quarter. As Brooks kicks it away, another squib ball, fielded by Walpole at about the 22. And it's number 26, Brian Malone again. He's tackled immediately. Down to about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. I believe that was number 32, Gabe Hankinson on the tackle. And that's where Walpole will take over for their second drive of the game. Jeffy Lee checking back in for Braintree at the nose tackle. It was Pistorino last drive. I think Jeffy had a little bit of a hand injury. He's back in now. It'll be Johnson under center. Two receivers to his left. Johnson, hands off outside. Foul zone's met immediately. Braintree had a chance at a tackle in the backfield, couldn't quite make it. I believe that was number 45, Josiah Martino, that had the tackle opportunity. As Walpole breaks the huddle here. It's a 2nd and 6 here. Johnson under center again. Johnson hands it off. It's number 23 for Tucci, and he's met immediately. It's Cam Garrity again. Garrity, another great defensive play. And he sends Walpole back, brings up a 3rd and long for Walpole. And there is a flag down. It's a face mask on Braintree. It'll move the chains for Walpole.
Up to the 35 and a first down.
Tough break for Braintree there. Good defensive play. Negated there
It won't be a first down, it'll still be the 4.
by the penalty. Not sure why there's no first down here if it's a face mask, but it'll be a 2nd and about 4 for Walpole. Not sure what's happening here. But Johnson now under center. It'll be number 18, Connor Scheitler, joining him behind. Scheitler throwing the lead block. And Valzone breaks a tackle, bounces it to the right, and he makes another tackle. And number 23, that's Valzone. Break a couple tackles and then bounce it to the outside to the right, but there is a flag down at about the full 34-yard line. Valzone breaking a couple Braintree tackles there, and it's a false start.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it just turned off recording because it said it can't record anymore. Card's full.
Is there another card in there?
I'll check.
Yeah.
And it'll be a false start on Walpole. That'll back them up. Probably right about to where they were on 2nd down. Again, that face mask penalty did not bring up a first down. And it stays second down. Second down and about 8 for Walpole.
Really?
Yeah,
You checked all the pockets?
yeah, I checked all of
As
them.
Walpole breaks the huddle.
Alright.
Johnson got
Back
2
it up.
receivers to his right. It's number 33, Gonzer. Johnson takes the snap, turns around, hands it off immediately. And it's number 23, Falzone, who lost the ball. And Walpole jumped back on top of it. I think it was Falzone who recovered his own fumble, and it was. Third down. And about 1 for Walpole. Big third down here early in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. And it'll be McGurn, Pistorino, and Lannon up front for deep on the Braintree defensive front. Martino, Brooks, and Doherty, the linebackers. Could be a quick handoff to Falzone here as he motions Scheitler. And he does hand off to Falzone immediately. Falzone appeared to go backwards. We'll see where the spot is. And it's fourth down. 4th and about 1 for Walpole. Strong play by the Braintree defensive front. Bring up a 4th down for Walpole. And Walpole will keep the offense on the field.
Unbelievable. Pete even put that new one in. You sure? You sure?
Yeah, it said can't record. Turned off.
And it's a timeout for Walpole.
Part in the machine too, it was switched to B.
And they'll take a break, and we'll take one with them. Again, this is BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics.
There's no B out there. That's double check.
There's an L there.
Clip. Right. 4th and 1 for Walpole. And it'll be Schlittler behind Johnson and Falzone tailback. Johnson takes a snap. He hands it off to Falzone. Falzone met immediately. Right around the line of scrimmage. It appeared he didn't get there. I believe that tackle was made by 72, James Lannon. We'll see what happens. They call it a first down. Appeared to be right around the original first down. But it is a first down for Walpole. At their own 39-yard line. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And Schlittler moving out to more of a tight end. 2 receivers to Johnson right as he working out of the gun now. Johnson rolls to his right, looking, pressure's on, and he throws it away. Nice catch there by head coach Brian Chamberlain for Braintree. Pressure was put on by number 45, Josiah Martino. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Walpole. Walpole breaks the huddle here. Schlittler moving back into the backfield behind Johnson. Falzone working as the tailback, number 33. That's Gonzer on the right. Johnson's going to pitch, and tackle is made after about a 3-yard gain. Bring up a 3rd and about 7 for Walpole. There was number 20, John Murphy, on the carry. Third and 7 for Walpole as they break the huddle.
Oh, Mr. O'Farrell said he put a new
And
thing in.
Schlittler back into the backfield here as he moves to the left hash. And it's Falzone working as the tailback, 2 receivers. Johnson play action rolls to his right and he hits his tight end. And he's right around the first down marker. Tackle was made by Cam Garrity. Catch was made by number 80, TJ Farrell. And it is a first down, another first down for Walpole at about the Braintree 40-yard, the Walpole 49-yard line.
Yeah.
Same play they ran earlier in the game.
Gonna keep the snap.
Garrity had a nice tackle there, open field, low tackle.
Yeah, just chill. Yeah. Do whatever you want to do.
First and 10 for Walpole. And it'll be number 23, Andrew foul zone behind Johnson. And Johnson going to hand it off to foul zone. Foul zone bounces to the left, and tackle is made. And that was Garrity again, number 3, Cam Garrity on the tackle. He's a little slow to get up. It'll be a second and 10 for Walpole at the 49-yard line. Schlittler back to the tight end position here. Foul zone behind Johnson. Johnson back to throw. Under pressure, fires. Great defensive play there. Number 37 for Braintree. That's A.J. Roberts. Pass was intended to number 83 for Walpole.
88.
Excuse me, 88.
Peter Farage.
Brings up a third and 10 for Walpole. Could be a passing down here for Walpole. A timeout taken before the third down snap by Walpole. .8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Braintree leads 3-0. Big third and 10 here for Walpole. That's showing they're not afraid to throw the ball. There's a beautiful day to do it. 66 degrees, close to 70 for some April football. We are back from the timeout here. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. It'll be a third and 10 for Walpole. Johnson working out of the gun. 2 receivers to his right. And Johnson back to throw. Pressure off the left, and he throws it right at the ground. Pressure was brought on by number 45, Josiah Martino. Came in seemingly untouched off the left side of the Walpole line there. Brings up a 4th and 10, and the punting team comes out. And it'll be number 3, Cam Garrity, back deep for Braintree. And it'll be Butters to kick off for Walpole again. Will Pistorino also back there for Braintree. And Butters' kick. It's high. Fielded by Garrity. And Garrity looking for the outside. And he's out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. And a flag is thrown. Tackle was made out of bounds by number 59. That's Colin Howe. Looking like it's going to add 15 yards to Garrity's return there, which will bring the ball to about the 45-yard line of Walpole. And it is a personal foul. Braintree will start their drive at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
I was wondering.
Yeah, they are going to move the ball up. Thought we had something similar to what we saw earlier, but they do move the ball up to about the 44-yard line of Walpole. 46, excuse me. And it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Motions Johnson. Hands off to Johnson behind him. Johnson cuts it inside. Gains about 4 yards on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 6 for Braintree. With 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Braintree doesn't have to snap the ball if they don't want to. They do break the huddle, and they are going to line up. Coach Chamberlain saying, don't snap it. And Braintree will end the first quarter on top of Walpole, 3-0. And they'll switch sides and take a break, and we'll take one with them. Again, this is Justin Turpin with B-Cam's coverage of Braintree football. We are back for some second quarter action here at Alumni Stadium. Braintree leads Walpole 3-0. They will take over at the Walpole 42-yard line. And it is senior night here. Or senior day, rather. 4:30 in the afternoon. I wouldn't call that night just yet. And Braintree will take over, 1st and 10. Or second down, I'm sorry. And it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Tellier motions Luongo behind him. High snap, knocked down by Tellier. Tellier is going to take it himself. Turns it into a positive gain. Gains about a yard and a half. Brings up a 3rd and about 5 for Braintree at the Walpole 40. It'll be number 3, Cam Garrity, checking in for Braintree, replacing Luongo. Tellier gets the play from Coach Chamberlain. Third and 5 for Braintree. Tellier still working out of the pistol here. Joyce behind him. Johnson to his right. 2 receivers spread out. Tellier takes the snap, rolls to his right. He fires. It's high. Pass was intended for Johnson. Bring up a 4th and 5 for Braintree. See if Braintree keeps the offense on the field here. Appears they will. Tellier still getting the play from Coach Chamberlain. And the offense will stay on the field for the Womps here. Timeout taken by Braintree. Drop a play before this 4th down. The Walpole 40-yard line. Appears they will stick with the offense. The offense still in the field. No sign of Brooks getting ready to punt it away. See if Braintree goes with the hard count here. A jump in the neutral zone from Walpole will give Braintree a 1st down. See if they go with the hard count. And Luongo back in, Garrity out. Going back to the traditional wing tee. And it'll be Joyce to Tellier's right. Johnson the wing to the left, Luongo the wing to the right. Motions Johnson, hands it off to Johnson. In front of him, Johnson looking for a block, and he gets one. And Johnson's got a 1st down to about the 30-yard line. Great block there by number 50. And that was Ryan McGurn. Great block on the outside there, giving Johnson enough room to pick up the 1st down for Braintree. And that'll move the chains. Ball spotted at about the 31-yard line for Walpole.
Are you doing Braintree? They say they can hear it on the live feed. They can hear you guys talking.
No, we're done on Stein.
Huh?
So it's not
Tellier,
me.
motion for Luongo, hands it off. Luongo's got green grass to the left.
We're not
Tackle was
we were
made.
originally, and you probably could hear me then.
Jersey grab
But
tackle
our camera died.
by Walpole.
Camera down. Okay, so you're
Some
done.
chatter in the background here. An official timeout taken. Walpole defender slow to get up. Hard run by Luongo. Had green grass to the outside. Walpole closed in tight. Second down. About 6 for Braintree. And Joyce now back behind Tellier. Luongo the wing to the right. Johnson to the left. Boyle split out at the top of the left. Tellier motions Johnson. Hands it on. He's actually going to take it himself. A second effort there might have got him the first down. Good run by the sophomore quarterback Tellier on that one, and it will be a first down for Braintree. At the 19.5-yard line. Tellier takes it right up the gut for the first down. Braintree's got another one. Braintree breaks the huddle. Tellier working out of the pistol, Joyce behind him. Tellier takes the snap. He's going to take it himself again. Another positive game for Tellier. Picks up 5, maybe 6. Ball now spotted at about the 15-yard line. Braintree threatened him once again. Back-to-back runs by the sophomore quarterback, James Tellier. Joyce back behind him. Motions Luongo. Snap was to the outside. Johnson cuts back, hands it up. Johnson breaks a tackle and got the outside. Another positive gain for Braintree off the high snap. The snap was a little high to the right. Tellier corralled it and handed it off to Johnson. Turns it into a positive gain. It's up a 3rd and 1 for Braintree at the Walpole 11-yard line. As Braintree breaks the huddle here. 3rd and 1, Tellier staying in the pistol. It'll be Joyce behind him. Tellier hands it off, and Joyce appears to have got the first down. And it will be a first and goal for Braintree, just inside the 10-yard line. Ball spotted about the 9. Braintree trying to extend their 3-0 lead here with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tellier will stay in the pistol here. Joyce stays behind him. Boyle now split out to the right. Tellier takes a snap, hands it off to Joyce, and Joyce got some green grass, and he's down to about the 1. They'll bring up a 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line for Braintree as they bring in that double tight 3 running backs in the backfield look. And it'll be Luongo, Brooks, and Joyce behind Tellier, who's now under center. And he's going to hand it off The ball might have come out there. Regardless, the play did not end in a touchdown. And it'll be 3rd and goal for Braintree. Braintree did recover if the ball was lost. Braintree sticking with that 3 running back look, 2 tight ends. Tellier back under center, still Luongo, Brooks, and Joyce behind him. 3rd and goal from about the 1. And a timeout is taken by Braintree. Again, Braintree leads 3-0 with 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Braintree got a big 3rd and goal, looking to expand their 3-0 lead. We are out of the timeout break here. Braintree hustles to the line. Tellier will remain under center here for the Womps. Walpole bringing their goal line defensive look too. Left side looking a little weak. Braintree does decide to run it that way. And Tellier's going to take it himself. And a great push by Braintree, and he's in. Touchdown as the Womps jump ahead 9-0, awaiting the extra point. As Tellier keeps it himself, and he gets in. Great push by the Braintree offensive line there. And it'll be Brooks to attempt the point after. Fleming on the hold. Brooks, again, has been pretty strong in the kicking game, including that 25-yarder he made earlier. The reason why this is a 2-possession game now. Braintree appears to be missing someone on the field goal unit here. Number 33, Johnny Doherty, hustles out. And you got to move quick here. Don't want to get the delay of game. Fleming, hold, kick, kicks high, and it gets in there. Just barely gets in there. Kick went in slow motion. Really high kick, didn't get much power under it. It might have been tipped at the line, but finds the back of the goalpost anyway. Braintree hops up 10-0 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Oh, and that is actually both scores for Braintree have come with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the respective quarters. So Braintree jumps ahead 10-0. It'll be Brooks to kick off for Braintree. Back deep for Walpole will be number 27. That's Petrucci. And number 26, that's Brian Malone. Ball teed up at about the 40-yard line. As Brooks gets ready to kick it away. Another squib kick. Fielded at the 26. Walpole got a good return out to about the 40-yard line. That was Malone. Picks up about 14 on the return. Setting up a 1st and 10 for Walpole at the Walpole 40-yard line. It'll be trips to the left for Johnson. One receiver to the right. Still running back to his right. As Johnson going to hand off to the lone back. And there's a flag down. That was Andrew Falzone on the carry, the lone back. There is a flag. Believe it was on the offense. And it's a hold on Walpole. Back them up 10 yards. And it'll be 1st down still. 1st and 20 for the Blue Thunder. Walpole now trips to the right of Johnson. One receiver to his left. That's Johnson. Acquired knockdown. It was number 72, James Landon. He slapped that ball as it rolls all the way to about the 11-yard line. Put some aggression into that one. Brings up a 2nd and 20 for Walpole. Great defensive play by Landon there. Walpole will stick with that trips look and the lone back to Johnson's right. Johnson takes a snap, looks to his left, fires, high spiral. Good throw. Great coverage there by number 10, Nick Fleming. There was number 33, Gonzer. That was the intended target. A great pass by Johnson there. Just some great defense by Nick Fleming. Brings up a 3rd and 20 for Walpole. Braintree still leads 10-0 with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the first half. See if Walpole sticks with that trips look. And it'll be the senior quarterback, Owen Johnson. And they are going to go trips to the right. Foul zone to Johnson's left. And a timeout is taken by the Blue Thunder as they face a 3rd and long. Still 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Braintree has been playing great on the defensive side of the ball, and they've been running the ball pretty effectively, just like they did last week against Brookline. With the lone touchdown of the game coming from the sophomore quarterback, number 4, James Tellier. Braintree retreats back to the field here. It is a 3rd and 20 for Walpole on their next snap. And they stick with that trips look. Foul zone, the lone back to Johnson's right. Passing down here for Walpole. Johnson, short drop, looking up, ball slips out of his hands, and they rule it a fumble. But Walpole was able to get back on top of it. It was number 63, Sam Grant, the offensive lineman, on the recovery. Brings up a 4th and long, and Walpole sends out the punting unit. Ball slipped out of Johnson's hands there. Wasn't sure if it was an incomplete, but they ruled it a fumble. Lost just a couple yards for Walpole. And it'll be Garrity back deep again for Braintree. And the punter will be the senior Harry Butters. Kick. It's a high kick. And it's going to get a Walpole roll. And Garrity's going to leave it alone. And it's going to roll down to about the 24-yard line. And that's where Braintree will take over. Up 10 with 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first half. And they will take a water break before Braintree's next drive. And we'll take one with them. Again, this is Justin Turpin with BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics. Braintree will take over at the 25-yard line, right hash. Trying to get on the board one more time here for the conclusion of the first half. 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Braintree breaks the huddle. And it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Luongo the wing to his right. Johnson the wing to his left. Tellier motions Luongo. He's going to hand it off to Joyce up the middle. Gains about 1 or 2 yards on the carry. It's up a 2nd and long for Braintree. Clock down to 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first half. And it'll be the same formation as last time. Boyle split out to the left. Tellier motions Luongo. He's going to hand it off to Luongo. Luongo cuts it inside, and he's met immediately by a host of Walpole defenders, bringing up a 3rd and long for Braintree. About 3 or 4 Walpole Blue Thunder defenders in there to meet Luongo right at the hole. Be 3rd and about 9 for Braintree. Tellier working out of the pistol. Joyce to his left. Boyle split out to his right. Tellier motions Luongo in front of him. Hands it off to Luongo. Luongo trying to bust it to the outside. Luongo tackles made just short of the first down marker. Luongo, great run off the outside there. Not enough to pick up the first down, though. Bring up a 4th and 1. Braintree's offense coming off the field. It will be Braintree's first punt of the game, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Back deep for Walpole will be number 11, Corey Kilroy. And doing the punting duties for Braintree will be Ryan Brooks. Kilroy joined by number 26 as well. It's Brian Malone. 2 returners back for Walpole. Brooks kicks it away. It's a high kick. Fielded by Malone at about the 46-yard line. Dangerous dive at the ball there. No harm, no foul. Be 1st and 10 for Walpole with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the first half. That'll be 2 receivers to Johnson's right, 2 receivers to his left. And it'll be foul zone also to his right, the lone back. Johnson hands it off to foul zone. Foul zone breaks a tackle, picks up about 6, maybe 7. Clock continues to move here. We move within just around the 2-minute marker. As Walpole running the hurry-up offense here, same formation, 2 receivers to Johnson's left, 2 to his right. Foul zone, the lone back, and there is a flag down. Moving a little quick there. It was a false start on Walpole with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go here. 1 minute and 57 seconds, excuse me, in the first half. Move Walpole back to the original line of scrimmage here, right around it. Walpole trying to run the hurry-up offense. Got a little sloppy there. Led to an offsides. And it'll be 2 receivers to Johnson's right, 2 to his left. Foul zone again, the lone back. That's Johnson. Hands it off to foul zone. And foul zone's got a hole, and he's got green grass in front of him. Good run by foul zone. Breaks a tackle. Down right around about the 25-yard line of Braintree with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Walpole hurrying to the line here. And a timeout will be taken. Foul zone. The first big play for Walpole on the day comes from the senior running back. Excuse me, the sophomore running back, Andrew Falzone. Seems to be a clock issue here. Supposed to be at 1 minute and 42 seconds. Still a go. So we come out of the timeout break here. Ball spotted at the 27 of Braintree. Walpole hurries up to the line here. And it'll be trips to Johnson's left. Foul zone now to his left as well. There's Johnson going to take the snap. He's going to look to his left. Pressure's on. Johnson steps up, avoids it, fires. Almost. It is intercepted. It was almost intercepted by number 3, Cam Garrett, and it lands right in the hands of the senior, number 6, Will Pistorino. And Braintree gets their first turnover of the game. Still with a minute and 27 seconds to work with. A little tip drill play there for the Womps. Ball came out of Garrity's hands right into the hands of the senior, Will Pistorino, as Braintree takes over. Braintree defense continues their strong effort this afternoon. Braintree takes over 25-yard line. It'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Tellier takes a snap. He's going to take it himself for a minimal gain. Clock down to a minute and 20 seconds to go. Tellier hustles over to Coach Chamberlain to get the play. Braintree not showing a ton of urgency here. Still a long way to go to get into the end zone or to get into field goal range. Ball just before their own 30-yard line, clock within a minute now. Seems Braintree is content going into the half with their 10-0 lead. Tellier motions Johnson. High snap. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson met quickly. A timeout is taken. That was number 59 for Walpole. Colin Heil. Clock continues to run here. And Braintree, it appears they're going to let it run out. They don't have to snap the ball if they don't want to. Tellier's going to stay by Chamberlain's side. Clock within 10 seconds to go. And that will be the end of the first half. Braintree heads into the half 10-0 on top of Walpole. Another great defensive showing for Braintree. Another great run game again by Braintree. Walpole looks to score in the second half, and we'll take a halftime break with them. This is Justin Turpin with BCAM TV's coverage of Braintree Athletics.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes, 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
We're back for some second half action here at Alumni Stadium. Braintree with the 10-0 lead on top of the Walpole Blue Thunder. Two teams still not quite sure about what their team names will be moving forward. And back deep for Braintree will be Johnson and Garrity. It'll be the first time we'll see Walpole kick. And it will be number 30, also the puncher Harry Butters, the senior. Braintree pitched a shutout in the first half, looking to continue it in the second, keeping Walpole off the board. Thanks in part to the Will Pistorino interception, deep in Braintree territory. Braintree, 10-0 lead as we start the second half here. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here as Butters gets ready to kick it away. He kind of squibs it a little too much on a cover by Brooks, and Brooks has the sideline, and he trucks a defender down to about the 44. Almost like an onside kick there. Just a little too much mustard on it for Butters. And Braintree will take over with excellent starting field position right around their own 44-yard line. Brooks tried going right through the defender as he picked that ball up. Here, Braintree will start their opening drive of the second half, and it'll be Joyce to Tellier's right. Johnson and Luongo, the wingbacks, as Tellier motions Johnson. High snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson looking for the outside, cuts it back inside. Gains about 3 or 4 yards on the carry. Brings up a second down right around the 50-yard line for Braintree. Ball spotted at the 49. Johnson continues his hard running this afternoon. Braintree gets set for second down. Boyle split out to the top to Tellier's left. Tellier motions Luongo. He's going to hand it off to Luongo. Joyce looking to throw a block. And Luongo breaks a tackle, and he seems to be just shy of the yard to gain, bring up a 3rd and short for Braintree. And Braintree will bring in the reinforcements here. They will go with their house formation. A 3rd and 1 from the Walpole 47-yard line. And it'll be Brooks, Joyce, and Luongo behind Tellier as he lines up under center. Doherty comes in as an extra tight end. Tellier's going to hand it off to Brooks, and Brooks has got a good gain right around the Walpole 36. On a 3rd and 1 gain, Brooks picks up the first down and then some. We'll move the chains for the Womps. Braintree will stick with their house formation here. Tellier can continue to work under center. Tellier turns around, handed off to Brooks again. Brooks has got another carry, gets a good block, and Brooks has another first down. That was number 64, the senior, John Pistorino, threw a great block for Brooks. And he'll move the chains again. Braintree continues to run the ball very effectively. First down from the Walpole 29-yard line. Excuse me. Tellier lost the ball, and he recovered himself, and he turns it into a positive gain. couple times that's happened where Tellier's lost the snap and turned it into a positive gain. Picks up about 4 yards there. Moves the ball to the Walpole 20. Second down. Braintree up 10-0 with 8:50 to go here in the third quarter. Tellier takes the snap, hands it off to Brooks, and Brooks has green grass in front of him. And he is in for the touchdown, and there's a late flag. I believe it was on the tackle. That would be a horse collar. And Brooks gets in for the touchdown. Strong running from Brooks on that drive. Started with the kick return. Brooks picks it up, turns it into a 10-yard game, lowers his shoulder into the defender, and they rewarded him. Brooks gets 3 strong carries there. Braintree hops up 16-0, pending the extra point. Brooks again will be doing the kicking duties. I believe that penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. They'll move the ball up to about the 50 when Braintree does kick it back to Walpole. Braintree just ran the ball right down Walpole's throats on that drive. Again, it'll be Flemmy to hold, Brooks to kick for the PAT. Snap was low, kick is up, and the kick is no good. But Braintree still hops on top 16-0 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, that penalty for the horse collar should be enforced on the kickoff. And it will be. The referee signals. And with a face mask, not a horse collar. Braintree will kick from the Walpole 45-yard line, trying to pin them deep, take advantage of this opportunity. As Brooks gets the ball teed up. Braintree, potential onside opportunity here. It wouldn't hurt. Walpole would still be on their own territory. And they don't do it, and it is a squib. It's a hard squib, and I think that ball was recovered by Hankinson for Braintree. It was. Braintree takes over again. A hard squib kick right up the middle, and it was recovered by the senior, number 32, Gabe Hankinson. And Braintree will take over, trying to get on the board again. Ball spotted at the Walpole 30-yard line. It's been quite the opening to the second half for Ryan Brooks, the sophomore, with the long touchdown run, and then the squib kick recovered. And Braintree will stick with their house formation. No reason to come out of it. They ran it very effectively last drive. And it will be Brooks again. Brooks, nowhere to go, cuts it up to the left. Gains about 3 on the carry. Second down for Braintree. Braintree again sticking with that house formation. Still Luongo, Joyce, and Brooks behind Tellier. Tellier's going to hand off to Luongo this time. Luongo cuts it back to his right, and he's down right around the first down marker, about 2 yards shy. Brings up a 3rd and short for Braintree. Braintree continues to pound the ball right down the middle. Third and short for the Womps on their next snap. If you're looking for another strong run here, Tellier going to hand off to Luongo. Luongo doesn't go anywhere. Brings up a fourth down for Braintree. And the offense appears to be staying on the field. They'll switch to that regular wing T formation. Tellier gets the call from Coach Chamberlain. Fourth and about 5 for Braintree. Be Johnson the wing to Tellier's right. Both Garrity and Boyle spread out. Joyce behind Tellier. Tellier takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. Steps up, fires for Garrity. He's got Garrity. What a catch on the sideline by Cam Garrity, and a great throw by Tellier. Moves the chains for Braintree. At about the 16-yard line of Walpole. Great play there by Braintree. Tellier looks to his right and finds a wide open Cam Garrity and makes a great play. Keeping his feet in bounds, moving the chains for Braintree on fourth down. Braintree now hopping back into their house formation. Tellier will hop under center. Tellier going to look to throw. He's going to fire. Knocked down. This is number 80, TJ Farrell for Walpole. The junior tight end. Also defensive end. Braintree will switch back to their regular formation here. 2nd and 10 for the Womps. And it'll be it'll be Joyce to Tellier's left. Boyle and Garrity both spread out. Johnson is the tailback. He's going to hand it off to Joyce. Joyce goes nowhere. Brings up a third down for Braintree. Braintree holding on to that 16-0 lead with 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It'll be a 3rd and long for the Womps. Third and about 11. It'll be Luongo, the wing to Tellier's right. Johnson to his left. Joyce behind him, and a timeout is taken. And there'll be a timeout taken by Braintree. And they'll take a break, and we'll take one with them. This is Justin Turpin with BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics. Braintree gets out of the timeout here. 3rd and about 11. Still 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Johnson the wing to his left. Luongo the wing to his right. Tellier motions Luongo. Snap was to the outside. And it's a reverse back to Johnson. Johnson is going to be tackled by the back of his jersey. See if a flag comes in for a horse collar, and it's not going to come. Bring up a 4th down for Braintree. 4th and about 8. The offense appears to be staying on the field for Braintree here. Tellier going to work out on the pistol. Joyce behind him. Tellier motions to Longo, hands it off. He doesn't play action. Tellier to the end zone and through the hands of Johnson. He had his man. It was Johnson. Walpole bid him to play action. Just right through the hands. And Walpole will take over with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Braintree still hanging on to that 16-0 lead, keeping Walpole off the board so far. They will take an official timeout, and I believe this is their water break. So we'll take a break with them. Walpole will take over at their own 15-yard line, still looking to get on the board, trailing by 16 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Could start seeing some aggression from Walpole here, see if they start throwing the ball. There'll be 2 receivers to Johnson's right, 1 to his left, 2 back. Johnson could hand off quickly, running back goes nowhere. Tackle was made by Braintree immediately. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Walpole. Johnson, running back to his left and to his right. 2 receivers to his right. Johnson's going to hand off quickly. Tackle was made by Gabe Hankinson. The running back kept his legs churning. That was number 23, Andrew Falzone, the sophomore, for Walpole on the carry. Second effort gets him a positive gain, brings up a 3rd and about 5 for the Blue Thunder. And it will still be Falzone and John Murphy next to Johnson as he operates out of the gun. Johnson's going to take it himself, and he goes nowhere. The Braintree defense collapsed in on him. That was James Lannon, the first one in. Brings up a 4th down for Walpole, and the punting team comes out. As Garrity hops back deep to return. Braintree still leading 16-0 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. And it'll be the senior, number 30, Harry Butters. He's gotten a lot of action in the punt game so far in this one. He's going to get another chance to boot it away here. It'll be Garrity back deep, and Pistorino a little more shallow. Butters takes a snap and kicks it away. It's going to be fielded by Garrity up at the 44. Garrity going to take it up the sideline. A good block there by Josiah Martino, as he laid a big stick. I think it was number 15, Jay McKenzie. As Braintree will take over in Walpole territory. Still 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Braintree's defense continues to pitch their shout-out. Ball spotted at the Walpole 44. It'll be Joyce behind Tellier. Luongo the wing to the right, Johnson the wing to the left. Boyle split out wide to the left. It's Tellier. Motions Johnson. He's going to play action to Johnson. Looking, fires. He's got Joyce in the flat. Ball was high and behind Joyce. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Womps. Joyce was open there in the flat.
It's a simple decision for us. We stay with Owen to get shut out and lose and go 3-and-out, or we put Corey in and try to get back in the game and try to
It'll be a 2nd and 10 for Braintree. Braintree going to stick with that same formation they had last time. Tight end number 83, Kevin McGurn, to Tellier's right. Tellier takes the snap, play action, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson met right about at the original line of scrimmage. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Womps. A minute and 45 to go here in the third quarter. Brings up a 3rd and about 11 for Braintree. At the Walpole 45-yard line. Joyce behind Tellier. The senior Ryan Boyle split out to the Tellier's left at the top. Tellier motions Luongo, hands it off to Luongo. Luongo met in the backfield by 3 or 4 Walpole defenders. I believe the first one in there for Walpole was number 71. Brings up a 4th and long for Braintree, and Brooks will come out to punt. Back deep for Walpole is number 11, Corey Kilroy, and number 27, Derek Petrucci. Brooks, high snap, gets a kick away, and fielded by Kilroy, who's tackled immediately by number 21, the senior Savagori John Baptiste. And he would, number 40, Perry Lane, came in right behind him. And Walpole will take over deep in their own territory with 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. There is a new quarterback in for Walpole. It'll be number 11, Corey Kilroy. And he's going to take it himself off the right side. There's a flag down. Gains about 2 or 3. It'll be Kilroy, the sophomore, placing senior Owen Johnson. Seems to be an injury on the field here for Braintree. So we'll step aside while they attend to the injured party. Again, this is BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics. I'm Justin Turpin. It's number 50. Ryan McGurn helped to his feet by Coach Chamberlain. He walks off with some assistance. Teammates come to his aid. Good to see McGurn walking off here for Braintree. It's a penalty on Walpole that backed them up to the 9-yard line. Not sure what the call was, but it'll be number 11, Corey Kilroy. And it was a personal foul on Walpole. And Kilroy takes it up the gut and gets back the penalty yardage. Just shy of the line to gain. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Braintree goes into the fourth, leading 16-0, trying to complete their shout-out over the Walpole Blue Thunder. Still waiting for the clock to be uploaded here. Back for some fourth quarter action here. It'll be second, about 11 for Walpole. They got two receivers to the right, to the left. Kilroy hands off. And a strong run. It'll be right around the first down marker. That was a sophomore foul zone. And it will move the chains for Walpole. And we have another injury on the field here. Doherty hops up, seems to be okay. Wants to stay in the game. I don't think the officials are going to let him. And Hankinson will come in for him. Doherty appears to be okay. 1st and 10 for the Blue Thunder at the 31-yard line. Two receivers to Kilroy's right, two to his left. And it's foul zone to his left as well. Kilroy going to take it himself, and he gains about 7, maybe 8 on the carry. He fakes the handoff to foul zone, takes it himself off the left side, right around the first down marker. Bring up a second down. As Walpole breaks the huddle down 16 with 11:20 to go in the fourth quarter. And again, two receivers to Kilroy's left, two to his right. Foul zone also to his right, the lone set back. Kilroy going to take it himself again. And Kilroy appears to have picked up the first down. Down to the 44 of Walpole. Walpole starting to move the ball a little bit here. With 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Braintree makes a defensive substitution. That's number 51, Hillard Baker, coming in, replacing number 32, Gabe Hankinson. Now it'll be trips to Kilroy's right. Foul zone to his left, also a receiver to his left, spread out outside the numbers. Kilroy awaiting the snap. He's going to take it himself to the left. Kilroy's got some speed. Picks up about 6 on the carry. Clock continues to move. Second down and 4 for Walpole at the Braintree 49-yard line. Kilroy still yet to attempt the pass. Running the ball pretty effectively, and it'll be trips to his right. Again, foul zone, the lone set back to his left, and a receiver right on the numbers to his left as well. Ball spotted on the left hash. Kilroy going to look to throw, looks to his left, fires high, and he's got his man down to about the 20. That was number 33, Gonzer, on the catch. Good coverage there by Braintree, just a great pitch and catch by Walpole. And they'll take the ball at the 20-yard line of Braintree. Still 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. So Kilroy's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's got 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Foul zone to his left, and number 20, John Murphy, to his right. Kilroy's going to take it himself, looking for a hole, and he's met. Brings up a second down for Walpole. Clock continues to move here, down to 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Walpole still looking for their first score of the game, threatening here in the red zone. Ball at the Braintree 17. Kilroy, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 2 running backs also, 1 to his left, 1 to his right. Kilroy takes a snap, he's going to hand it off, and it's foul zone, number 23. The sophomore getting a lot of action today. He's met after a little bit game, maybe 1 yard, 2 yards. Brings up a third down for Walpole. Foul zone getting a lot of activity in this one today. Kilroy, the sophomore quarterback, gets the instructions from head coach Chris Sullivan. Third and about 5 for Walpole. Kilroy jump under center. 2 running backs behind him. Kilroy takes a snap, pitches to his right, and it's going to go way back. Lost a bunch of yards there. That was number 27, Derek Bertucci, who received the pitch. He went nowhere. Back for a loss of about 3 or 4, and a timeout is taken by Walpole, as they got a 4th and 8 facing them when they come out of the timeout here. Still looking for their first touchdown of the game again. Braintree leads 16-0 with 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Teams return from the timeout here. 4th and 8 for Walpole. It'll be 2 receivers to Kilroy's right, 1 to his left. And here comes another receiver. And he'll jump into the slot to Kilroy's left. And it's foul zone to Kilroy's right. Kilroy back to throw. Takes a deep drop, rolling to his left. In trouble by Martino. Steps back to his right. And it's intercepted. Picked off by number 51 for Braintree. That's Hillard Baker. Baker tackle right around the 35-yard line. Pressure was put on Kilroy by Josiah Martino and James Landon, the 2 seniors. Closing in on Kilroy, forcing him to make an errant throw, and it's picked off by number 51, Hillard Baker, as Braintree continues their shout-out. Braintree will take over. Looking to put the icing on the cake here, leading 16 with 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Braintree will break the huddle. Ball spotted at their own 39. It'll be Joyce to Tellier's right. Tellier motions Johnson in front of him. High snap again. Corrals it. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson loses about a yard. A second effort gets him back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Braintree. Clock down to 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Braintree looking to take some time off the clock here. Tellier gets the play call from Coach Chamberlain and jogs back into the huddle. Second and 9 for Braintree. Tellier motions Luongo, hands it off to Luongo. Luongo looking for a hole. He cuts it up. Gains about 4 or 5. Brings up a 3rd and short for Braintree. After a nice carry by Luongo. Clock down to 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And Braintree will go, and they will stick with their regular formation. Tellier gets the play call from Coach Chamberlain. 3rd and 4 for the Womps. Boyle split out to Tellier's left, outside the numbers. Tellier motions Luongo. Tellier's going to take it himself, and he goes nowhere. And there is a flag down. Tackle was made by number 81 for Walpole. That's James McGuire. Let's see what the penalty call is. Appears to be on Braintree. And it's a hold. Hold on Braintree. Penalty is declined, and Braintree will send their punt team out. Up 16 with 6 minutes and 26 seconds to go. And it'll be Brooks to punt it away. Back deep for Walpole is Kilroy and Pertucci. As Brooks gets the snap, high kick. Going towards the right, takes a Braintree bounce, and it's going to keep on rolling. What a punt by Brooks. Down inside the 5. Right around the 1-yard line. As Brooks continues to dominate in the kicking game. He's having a very good second half on all sides of the ball. Walpole will take over deep in their own territory. As teams will take a water break, Braintree leading 16-0 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the second half. We'll take a break with them. You're listening to Justin Turpin with BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics. So we're back out of the water break here. Walpole trying to get their first points on the board here, deep in their own territory, on their own 1-yard line after a beautiful punt by Brooks. Kilroy still in at quarterback. He'll have 2 receivers to his right. Excuse me, that is Johnson coming back in for Walpole. Walpole moved the ball up to about the 6. Turn offside from Braintree. Again, number 9, Owen Johnson back in at quarterback for the Rolling Thunder, the Blue Thunder. And he'll have 2 receivers to his right. And he'll turn around and hand it off. Right up the middle, that was number 23, Andrew Falzone, again, who's been very busy this afternoon. Picks up a first down, move the chains. Clock continues to move here, inside of 6 minutes. Ball spotted on the Walpole 18. Johnson will hop under center. Takes a snap, turns around, hands it off, and tackle is made. That was number 43, Brooks, on the tackle. He was the first one in there, followed by Josiah Martino, number 45. Brooks gets down low, makes a tackle, brings up a 2nd and long for Walpole. Maybe gained a yard there. Kilroy remains on the sidelines for Walpole. As Johnson gets the call from head coach Chris Sullivan. Time ticking for Walpole here. 2 receivers to Johnson's right, 2 to his left. As Johnson going to take it himself right up the middle, has a hole, and he's met it. It was 43, Ryan Brooks on the tackle again. After about a 4-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and about 5. Walpole sticking with the ground game here. Interesting. Clock is not their friend. Now down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Down 16-0. Still continue to run the ball here. And it'll be, and a bad snap. Ball's loose. Johnson gets back on top of it. All the way back inside the Walpole 10-yard line again. Brings up a 4th and long. The offense should be staying out on the field, obviously being a two-possession game within under 4 minutes, and they are going to bring out the punt team. Walpole seemingly throwing in the towel, kicking the ball back to Braintree. And it'll be Butters again to kick. Senior's been busy today. And Garrity back deep at the 40-yard line. Garrity, he's got the speed to bust it, only 40 yards away from the end zone here. All it takes is a couple blocks. Butters catches the snap, kicks it away. It's a high kick, and it's short. Didn't get much under it. There's a flag. And it's a false start on Walpole. And then they'll back him up even further. And they'll kick it again. Might have been a good thing for Butters there. Didn't get much under that kick. Either way, Braintree expected to have some great field position here. The clock now down to within 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Ball spotted on the 3-yard line for Walpole now. Butters to kick it away again. It'll be number 81, James McGuire, on the snap. Butters catches the snap and kicks it away. Now they're driving, and that he didn't get much under that one either. Ball rolls to about the 26-yard line, and that's where Braintree will start their drive. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, up 16. Braintree looking to chew some clock here and complete their shout-out over the Walpole Blue Thunder. Again, 2 minutes and 50 seconds remain here at Alumni Stadium. Class of 2021's last home game as member of the Braintree Football Organization. Braintree will go with that house formation. It'll be Brooks, Luongo, and Joyce behind Tellier under center. Doherty in as a tight end. Tellier takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Luongo. Luongo gets a good gain for Braintree on first down. Clock within 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Braintree sticking with that house formation. Clock within 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Second and about 2. Tellier taking his time with the snap here as expected. And he's going to take it and hand it off to Luongo again. Luongo. Tackle was made by number 44 for Walpole. And number 59. It's up a third and about 3. Clock within 2 minutes. Third and short for Braintree as they stick with their house formation. Tellier sets up under center. Takes a snap, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks appears to have picked up the first down. If not, he was right around it. And he did. 1st and 10, and that'll just about do it. Braintree will head into victory formation here after picking up the first down. And Braintree wins their second straight snapping Walpole's 2-game winning streak. Going on a 2-game winning streak of their own. Again, it is senior night here at Alumni Stadium. So we want to thank all the seniors. That's Josiah Martino, AJ Roberts, Gabe Hankinson, Henry Joyce, Jake Kelly, James Landon, Johnny Doherty, John Pistorino, Matt White, Nick Batchelder, Nick Fleming, Ryan Boyle, Sabajori John Baptiste, Stephen Ballerino, and Will Pistorino. Thank you guys all for your great 4 years with Braintree football. And they will go out on a high note, winning their last game here at Alumni Stadium. They'll take one more kneel down, and Braintree will win their second straight and advance to 2-2 on the season. Still with one more game to go against Weymouth. It'll be an away game, a game that's made up for earlier in the season, and that will do it as Braintree captures the victory 16-0. Very similar to what they had last time. A great offensive showing of the run game, and the defense was lights out, allowing 0 points to Walpole. Thank you for tuning in to BCAM's coverage of Braintree Athletics. This has been Justin Turpin. Wish you all a good weekend.